John Mahama. I am looking forward to a debate with John Mahama on the economy, on the country, on the governance. But I'm afraid that he's running away from a debate, isn't it? His people say he doesn't want to debate, but he doesn't want to debate because he knows I will expose the emptiness of his policies. He says he has a 24-hour economy that he cannot explain. It's as empty as an empty barrel. He cannot explain it. None of his people can explain it. They say they will be exporting lions and elephants. But when we meet mano a mano, we can debate and the country will see where our policies lie. And that is where we should go. We should give the country an opportunity to listen to us. But if he chooses not to debate, I will continue to sell my policies to the people of Ghana, and you will take the decision.
In this house, the spokesperson for the minority on the issues of finance is Honorable Adongo. The spokesperson for the minority for the issues of the economy is Honorable Kweku Rekithagen. And the spokesperson for the budget for the minority is Honorable Ampem Dako. Mr. Speaker, we all know that the chairman of the economic management team is the vice president. So the vice president can only debate Honorable Adongo. He should debate Honorable Adongo or debate Honorable Kweku Rekithagen. A driver mate cannot debate an experienced driver. No. Mr. Speaker, that is the fact. So we throw at the challenge. He should debate Honorable Adongo first, Honorable Ampem second, and Honorable Kweku Rekithagen third. Before
Right. All right. So the issues of the debate or no debate went into Parliament because Afenyo Making brought it up. I don't know how it came up in the House. My guest still here in the studio, Godfred Bokping, is Professor of Finance and Economics, University of Ghana. Dr. Stephen Amoah is Deputy Minister of Finance and MP in Shai. So Kofi Adams is MP Bawumia and member Public Accounts Committee. He is now in the Security and Intelligence Committee and is a ranking member for that committee. On our very last issue after this particular subject, we'll be joined by Kwame Sapong Esiedu, who is a D&D Fellow on Public Health and at CDD Ghana. He's a pharmacist, member of the Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain, Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, and the Institute of Pharmacy Management International. Right. So Dr. Bawumia said he wants a debate. In the US, funny, Joe Biden called for a debate. As we speak, Joe Biden is no more on the ticket of the Democratic Party. What is going on? Right after he called for the debate, it didn't take long. Then the IEA issued a statement of intention to do what it does every election year. And then the John Mahama campaign, under the hand of Joyce Baa Muktari, issued a statement taking a dig at the IEA that they are fronting for the NPP and they are seeking to manipulate the elections. So here we are. This has become a big debate. So Kofi, the NDC has been saying John Mahama has met the media. If Dr. Bawumia also wants, he should dare have a media encounter before he talks about a debate. But is it the case that you are not happy about the manner in which the Vice President went about the invitation for a debate? He makes the invitation and then asks that you are running away from a debate. Is that the problem?
Well, Samson, one of your maybe former regular panel member on this platform, Kweku Bako, has spoken to Dr. Bawumia's comical invitation for a debate. And he clearly stated, and I agree with him on that, that the best way to kill a debate of a serious one is to go and stand on some platform somewhere and say you are going to debate. We don't do that. At least you have cited the American debate that happened. I don't think that President Biden went to some platform somewhere and said, I am going to debate Donald Trump. No. They use the structures and system to reach out.
He called for it before the organization.
And got a point of agreement. Then it was announced and they went on and had it. I will discuss what happened there. But it is also on record that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is so far in the Fourth Republic the only sitting president to have engaged in a debate. In 2012, when the debate happened, he took part in a debate. So he is not someone who will run away from a debate. So everybody knows about that.
We're talking about different personality. Nana Akufo-Addo boycotted in 2016. I think 2016, I actually moderated the IEA debates. He boycotted it, but it's not Nana who is on the ballots.
I'm telling you about the John Dramani Mahama that I know when it comes to debate. But the same Dr. Bawumia, I don't know why you have not played his voice in 2016. When they were out there doing the Malata market economics and inflation calculation and putting all the things that are not in the inflationary basket into the basket to do their calculation. And a call was made for a debate, like you rightly said. He led the fight against a debate that John Dramani Mahama should go and debate the suffering market women. He should go and debate the suffering students. He should go and debate the suffering teachers. So, for someone who led this attack against the request for a debate, for today, be looking for a debate to clean up his image. And like our national chairman said, there are two persons that you must avoid debating. And that is, in making this, I will introduce the American debate that happened recently. One who he described as a fool. Two, he says someone who lies, who doesn't work with facts. And I will add one who lies and has no conscience. Avoid debating them. He also said he doesn't think that our vice president is a fool. But for his second category, he cannot deny anything or say anything about that. You talked about the Biden's debate. That debate, as you watched it, when it came to policy, when it came to agenda to move America forward, Biden delivered excellently.
On the substance,
on the
facts,
excellent.
Biden was there.
Excellent.
Trump was fact-checked.
And he broke the fact-check.
He told a lot of lies.
He told a lot of lies.
Yes. But that's not what we are talking about.
No. I'm making my point.
It's a bit novel that an opposition leader will not be in a hurry to embrace a debate.
Well, that is so. If you had allowed me to continue, in a country where they have effective, efficient, fact-checking system in place, and like you said, Trump broke the fact-checking machine because he told a lot of lies. In some instances, he avoided the questions completely.
And yet he won.
They repeated the questions, still he avoided it. But yet he was declared as the one who won the debate. And many Biden supporters were angry because Biden was focusing on answering the questions instead of responding to the lies being told by Trump.
Facts. Biden has not been pronounced as having lost the debate on the basis of fact. He has been pronounced as having the debate, having exposed his frailties, that he is not ready, physically fit to be president.
If you were to analyze, and his campaign has come out to explain that, I think a day or two before, he had gone under the weather. But they didn't
had COVID.
Yeah, they didn't want to use that as a basis for what? Because if they did that, it would be more damning. So he has to present himself for the debate, and had challenges in even voice. Voice audibility was poor.
But we know, like the propaganda we are familiar with in Ghana, the man is not well. He can't remember a lot of things. Trump becomes his vice president. He says Vice President Trump. And
introduce Putin as a president.
Yes. All of that. And yet they kept denying until the debate exposed him that he wasn't ready.
So probably the debate achieved something.
Yeah.
All that I'm trying to say is that in debating a person, beyond, as for physical strength of these candidates, we all know that the John Mahama is physically strong, he is sound, savvy, and everything. He met you, the media people, recently. You threw all the questions that you can at him, and he answered all of them, at least to the general satisfaction of the media persons present and all that. So, John Dramani Mahama is not one person to shy away from debate. But you don't debate someone who will be presenting, who, like, he stood on the platform and said, John Mahama cannot explain his 24-hour economy. When you went to Movenpick and met John Dramani Mahama, did he explain his 24-hour economy?
Of course he did.
Not? He did. But you have Dr. Bawumia on the platform saying that he cannot explain. And his people are now explaining, and they are saying they will export lions and elephants. So if you have this type of person, how do you engage in a debate? Of course, the figures and the facts are already out there debating Dr. Bawumia. Like I put it, yam. Somebody took a yam to a studio the last time. That a yam that was selling for 5 cedi under John Mahama is selling for what? 40 cedi today. That is what Dr. Bawumia should go and debate. The rice, 5 kg rice that was selling for 25 cedi is selling for what? 165 cedi today. That is what Dr. Bawumia should go and debate. The dollar that he said at 3.9 cedi, it is Midonyami exchange rate. And that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Today, you need almost 16 cedi to get a dollar. That is what Dr. Bawumia should go and be debating. Not be looking for, and he goes about promising, he said he will give phones and you pay 1 cedi, 2 cedi. That's the policy.
But you need the two frontliners, so to speak, at a debate so you can test their policy propositions and all. That's what is done in a growing democracy. We need to have that.
What do you want to test again from these two that you haven't seen? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has spoken to size of government.
Yes.
And he is committed to it. He is spoken to the Women's Bank project, and he is committed to it because he knows women need empowerment to be able to improve the lot of every other person. He is spoken to the big push agenda, and he is committed to it and has proven it in the past. He is spoken to what? The 24-hour economy, and he continued to explain it anytime he had the opportunity that it is going to be a deliberate policy.
Right. We've heard of that.
You have all this.
The question that is being asked is that we've heard of. The question that is being asked is that you say if Bawumia appeared before the media, he'll be embarrassed. Why don't you take that opportunity yourself? Let him face him and tell him the cost of tuber of yam. Let him face him and tell him what he said about 4 cedi to $1, which is now 15 plus to $1. Let him meet him and do that with him.
Why won't the media excellently do this, just like the way they did to John
Why can't he also do it?
Like they
and collapse Dr. Bawumia's campaign.
So we are asking,
you don't like that opportunity?
No, we are asking that we want a situation where multiple persons will ask questions than just one person asking questions. And in some instances, you may not even get a follow-up. In some instances, the person will avoid the question. So I think that, look, The debate have already happened out there. The economic situation is debating Dr. Bawumia, and that is why he goes about making
So we
promises.
shouldn't wait to hear from John Mahama himself. He won't do a debate.
Well, I'm telling you my view.
He won't do a debate.
I will wish that he doesn't bring himself low to debate. I don't know his position. He is the flag bearer. He is the leader of the party. When what he says is what we work with. In 2012,
many Ghanaians are saying they want the debate. Will he listen to that?
In 2012,
he's looking for votes. Many Ghanaians say they want a debate with Bawumia. Will he do it?
Would you listen to me finally? In 2012, Professor Mills was our candidate. The campaign had taken a position that he was not going to partake in a debate. Unfortunately, he passed on. John Mahama became our candidate and leader. Even though that decision had been taken earlier, the campaign he headed and led as a flag bearer reviewed and took a different decision. And I am saying today, my position is that there is no need he debating. But if he decides,
Stephen
as a leader and as a flag bearer to partake in a debate, we will go ahead.
Thank you,
with
Dr.
it.
Stephen. Let's start from this point. The question some have asked is, Bawumia may be to blame for the posture we are getting from the NDC. You are calling for a debate. At the same instance, you say somebody is running from a debate. You don't do that. At least you should have asked for a debate, hear the person's response. But you don't hear the person's response, and then you go and say he's running away from a debate.
Samson, thank you very much. Honestly, when I'm speaking about leaders, you know me, I find it very difficult. I become somehow inhibited because if you are not careful, you make a statement and you're speaking against somebody you respect so much. These are all two great leaders that probably I wish one day I could have been them. But honestly, I mean, trying to discuss these issues, the reverse version of what you are saying is that why can't the person also speak? Let's even assume without admitting that, okay, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shouldn't have, per your position, which probably I disagree, shouldn't have said that. But why is it that His Excellency, former President Mahama, also won't come and speak? So if he hasn't spoken, and all the people around him are saying he will not debate, then Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency, is right. But let's ask ourselves, is it important or not? That definitional element of importance in considering this issue must be given the needed attention. Because debates all over the world are intrinsic part of election processes. You need to know who you want to give your mandate to in terms of proving record, in terms of ideas, in terms of visions, in terms of policies that the person has. In any case, we have something that we tout Dr. Bawumia with, digitalization, the digital man. All over the world, one of the most important elements in developing countries is digitization. Now, all over the world, now we are even moving to AI. So he thinks, apart from the fact that when it comes to the economy, he was the same person we were insulting when the economy was not doing well post-COVID. But he was there when we were growing 7% averagely for almost 3 years. And he's there when the economy is now trying to do so much well.
The 7%.
So he thinks...
The 7%, they say that...
I'm coming.
They had gone to IMF and they had done all the things right.
Well,
so
that is what they say.
Came right after he took over.
That was political. No, that was something. Can you allow me to speak?
All right.
That was political talk. Don't even mind. When it's bad, there is no reason. When it's good, then it's not Bawumia. So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia thinks Ghana is not like even US and UK. They already have a structured economy. So sometimes, in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying it doesn't, but necessarily to that extreme end, to call for somebody who, in terms of competence, in terms of, proving record and all those things, with the vision and the policies and these things to be given that consideration. But Ghana, we have a lot of weak fundamentals. I'm even thinking that at the flag bearership level, within the circles of the NDC and MPP, there should be debate. Something we can't keep on sitting there. And sometimes people will use probably some sort of jargons and political gimmicks to deceive and introduce a lot of arbitrariness in the decision-making processes of Ghanaians, so that people make decisions sometimes not out of well-processed data and gotten the right information. So I think the call is in order. Nobody is saying that former president, His Excellency, his health situation, I think he's very healthy. That's how I see him, very strong. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and we, the MPP guys, we believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is better than him this time. And that we want to show to Ghanaians that he is better than him. And if somebody says that I can beat you, and you think he can beat you, come on the floor. Point is, Bawumia demonstrated even humility. Right. Look at the way he stated it. In a very humble way. That come, I'm better than you. It's a very clean, humble, respectful call. He thinks. And I think Ghanaians know.
Should he have added he's running away, he doesn't want a debate? At the same time, he's inviting him for a debate.
Something. If I say that, let's go to Bukom. We are going to fight. You have yourself, I have mine. I'm saying come. Your people are saying you won't come. You will not speak.
This is the first
I will
time,
say that you are running away from me.
No. This is the first time he called for the debate. It is at the same time he was calling for the debate that he was saying the one he's calling to debate is running away.
Yeah, because preceding to Dr. Bawumia's thing, people all over, some people, I wouldn't say, have started those propositions or whatever. They started calling them to debate. For debate. But I think debate should be extremely important as intrinsic part.
Right.
Because you know what?
You have made that point.
I want to say this.
You have made that point. Have you heard it
I want to even extend it to the flag, is it flag bearership? So that even the people themselves will know who they are presenting. By saying this, I'm not castigating the competence or otherwise of former President
Mahama. The NDC have said.
Between the two, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is seen to be better and has a proven record
the NDC
and is well positioned to beat him.
The NDC have said, and others have joined them, to say Mahama has engaged the media. He should also engage the media first. Have you heard the response we are getting from the NPP when you say he should engage the media first?
But Dr. Bawumia has been engaging the media. I mean,
we are told that he's going around engaging the people directly, and that the people, in even some circumstances, the people know the issues better than the media.
Can I ask you one question?
But John Mahama has also been doing the same thing while he's engaging the media.
Tell me anywhere Dr. Bawumia is, that if the media practitioner had not been present, how were we getting the report? How do we get the reports about John Mahama? How do we get the reports about John Mahama going around the country? Everybody has...
I flip the question back to you. How do we get the reports about John Mahama going around the country?
Everybody has a campaign strategy. Bawumia, I know, at all times can and probably will engage the media the way you want it. But he's already engaging the public, the space in which the media is a critical member.
That's the same thing John Mahama is doing.
I'm coming to. He is saying that, come and debate me. This is what we are addressing. You are talking about individual respective strategies. How maybe somebody want to do it abroad and narrow it to the media, or the narrow from the media and up. And even the broader media forms significant, remarkable component of it. But we are talking about somebody saying that when it comes to the economy, when it comes to digitalization, when it comes to managing even the peace and the tranquility, the infrastructure aspect of this country, I am better than you. Your Excellency, former President Mahama, come and let's demonstrate to Ghanaians.
Okay, so Stephen.
He hasn't done anything bad.
Stephen,
I think it's so clear.
Here.
This is so clear. You are convinced. I see your face. You're very happy.
All the presidential candidates. Steve, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
All the presidential candidates, all the presidential aspirants, including Alan Shermanting and the rest of them, they are going around the country. All of them, the media is covering them. All of them are doing the same thing. Bawumia is doing exactly what Mahama is doing around the place. Mahama engages the media at a national level. That's what we call media engagement.
Which Bawumia has done before.
He's not done it.
Bawumia has never engaged the media.
Media engagement is different from coverage by the media
in this
when
country,
you are going around.
He's one of the leaders we can all attest to the fact that he has no fear. He's not controlled by cowardice.
We are not talking about that.
Engaging the media.
Can I ask you a question rather than be put in a place to debate you? The kind of engagement that is being asked for, Bawumia has not done it.
What kind of engagement?
What John Mahama did at least Mervyn Peak Hotel, Kempinski Hotel. call the media.
Something.
Everybody was invited.
What is the importance?
Throw questions
what
at
is
me.
the importance of this question in the topic you raised right now?
Well,
okay, tell me. Let me also know.
I won't ask you questions. You're asking me questions back when I ask you questions.
So I need to understand the importance of it.
You understand? You just don't want to answer.
I'm not against it, but I want to understand.
You understand?
Yes, because Bawumia has already been engaging the
No,
media.
he hasn't done what is
What
at stake.
you want him to do.
We are talking in a context. Can we keep the context?
Yes, the context is he's calling for a debate. Or you don't get my point.
The context is that he has called for a debate. The former president's handlers say he has engaged the media at a national level. You to do that first, at least.
Okay,
Will he do it?
Can I answer you?
Will he do it?
No, I'm answering you. Now you say the former president's handlers are saying this. That one you are saying that Bawumia should do it. But when the handlers of the former president are saying that he will not debate, that one you say that Bawumia hasn't heard from the former president. So I think there's a dichotomy.
Me, I haven't said anything. I'm asking questions.
The point is, we have not finished the campaign, have we? We are not December yet. So whether somebody does it today or tomorrow, in my opinion, is immaterial.
Okay.
But what he's doing, it involves the media. But the prevailing issues that we are all debating on the table today, as our debate menu, is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying that I am better than you. I can be a better president.
If you are better than another candidate, when you are actually in government, you have a more constitutional obligation to be subjected to the kind of debate, the kind of interaction that John Mahama, his people are calling for.
But
should meet the media.
But who told you already he's meeting the media?
He's not.
I don't think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is addressing empty space. Wherever he goes, the media reports.
That is coverage.
You see online,
that is coverage.
radio, newspapers.
That is coverage.
So what's the difference?
The difference.
And if the media presence is not there, how did they get the information?
That's different.
So how different?
Okay, thank you.
And in any case, December is not there yet.
All right, thank you.
I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Dr. Bawumia will do the media encounter in December. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you want to say that, because listeners know I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that we have now up to December.
Right.
We don't know his programs.
Okay.
Already, he's engaging the media, but I understand your point that you want him and the media alone in a room. You know Bawumia is very bold, strong. He's been engaging the media since he became even vice president.
Your opponents
you
say,
know that.
Your opponents say
you know that.
He's scared that if he does that, his campaign will collapse.
So can you also say that former President Mahama is scared of debating Bawumia so that to show that Bawumia is better?
You can say that if you want. Why not?
So you can also say that. I'm saying that Bawumia is already engaging the media.
He's not.
So how did they get his stories?
That is media coverage.
Oh, come on.
Now the must be coverage is the same as engagement.
Now here,
I'm surprised.
Possible Queen.
So now if Bawumia engages the media, you'll be okay.
First of all, don't direct this at me. It's not about me.
No, okay, they will be okay. Sorry, will they be okay?
First of all, from where you sit, how important is this thing about candidates getting into a debate? How important is it?
Something. It's interesting. I think when it comes to presidential debate, each party is looking at it from a strategic point of view. The end goal. And I'm not a political scientist, but following the space for a while now, between the MPP and the NDC, we've had instances where they choose and pick, whether it aligns with their strategic goal, with it further, and the rest of it. So in all the instances, you tend to see that based on the projections, if you see that probably I'm trailing, and I need this to make a case, they front for it. If you look at the projections concerning the 2024 election, you can see that Bawumia needs to do a lot more to prove himself and to the people of Ghana.
I'm sure he's aware of that.
Yes, and for that reason, a presidential debate will fit into that plan. So you will call for it. His people will call for it. If you look at the projections and all of that, and where it places the NDC, really, they don't need that to achieve the end goal. So, independent of the fact that presidential debate is good for entrenching our democracy and the rest of that, the neutrals can say that. But between the two main political parties, they are looking at it more from a strategic point of view. Would this be a lever for me to get to where I'm going? If it will not, and we can trade it off without substantial price, then they will choose that. On the other hand, I mean, to be very honest with you, I would have loved a debate. I would have loved a debate. Not because I lean towards Dr. Bawumia. And I also don't think that the former president, he has so much credential in the area of communication and his demeanor and all of that. I don't think the former president cannot hold his own in a debate against Dr. Bawumia.
If I recall correctly, in 2016, he said instead of Nana Akufo-Addo engaging in a debate, he was sitting in a radio station doing a resh. If you remember that.
Yeah. Who said that? Samson, who said that?
John Mahama.
Okay, so I don't think that the former president, Mahama, I have a lot of respect for him.
They have said so.
In as much as I have a lot of respect for Dr. Bawumia, I don't think the former president cannot hold his own in a debate against Dr. Bawumia. But I believe that they are all doing their mathematics. They are all looking at the calculations and all of that. So from that perspective, I think we should respect their individual rights and all of that. But
if it's that important, do you think Dr. Kwame Asante says, for example, that it's unfortunate we have not institutionalized debate, though it's a good program. Since you have not institutionalized it, you can't force anybody. Do you think we should come to a point where it will become obligatory?
Yeah, we need to move our democracy forward. And now I will lean towards that. That's why I said I would have loved a debate. It will help us for some clarifications and all of that. But I don't really think that in the circumstance and from now to December 2027, a mere debate would change the outcome of the election. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Prof, I beg you.
No.
Even the undecided.
No, because you see, if you look at every single projection and analysis and where it's pointing towards, it tells you why the MPP, the Dr. Bawumia has to do a lot more, and again, and pitch himself directly with the former. But I think that again, if you look at IEA and how it's been done over the years and the procedure and all of that, I think that if we want to institutionalize it, let's have the conversation.
Okay.
So that we know that it's part and parcel. Are we having it once or maybe
did
twice?
Did IEA do anything wrong by making the announcement that it's going to do presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate debate, which is something it has done since, is it 2012 or so?
Yeah, I don't know the level of analysis based on the past presidential debate they've organized. Because we've had instances where some flag bearers didn't participate and all of that. Probably I would have preferred that before they came out with the announcement, there would have been some level of consultation that would have also shown respect and accommodate the views, try to find out what are their challenges.
Okay,
and all of that.
you are interfering.
But I think that we should not fault the NDC if they say they will not participate. Each political party is looking at it from their strategic point of view. I would have loved a debate, and that would have been helpful.
Okay.
But at the end of the
IEA
day,
has been doing this since 2000, and it has been consistent. Even when they boycott, the major parties boycott, they still do it.
Yeah, and if you look at instances, 2016, somebody boycotted the debate. Did it change the outcome of the election? That's why I'm saying that these political parties...
boycotted and won.
Yes. They know what they are doing. They look at it from a more strategic fit. Look, they are not, I don't want to use the word that they are serious people. They have strategists. They do all the analysis, the back office, they feed the flag bearer and all of that. So at the end of the day, so if you see the Dr. Bawumia calling for it, he needed it more. He needs it more. He needs to, because there's a lot of
But you
grounds.
say it is necessary, we should have it.
I think that it would be helpful.
We should have it.
I would have loved
Okay,
that.
I'll share some of the comments coming in from our viewers with you. And Divine says that, please, the NDC does not need a debate with Bawumia to sell itself to Ghanaians. A debate with Bawumia will only serve as a platform for the latter to try and revive his credibility. It appears the NPP always has different meanings for words and phrases. Today, engaging the media means engaging in political platform campaigns. Dr. Santis says that it is good. Okay, I'll share that message just fizzled out. This one says, the recent Trump-Biden debate, only 5% said they would be swayed by the outcome of the debate. So the impact is insignificant. And this is coming from Fred 5%. In Adenta. Then this is from a call. He says, Bawumia has almost never granted an interview in all the 7.5 years of his vice presidency. Ooh. He has never sat anywhere to take questions from the media.
But that's not true.
If you say the campaign, but the 7 years, he's not sat with the media to take questions. Okay. It depends on how you see it.
He was in Asempa studio where he talked about Walu.
Ken says, you see empty heads. When it came to substance, it was fumbling. But when found his voice profoundly loud on matters of campaign. Okay. Then this one, Sami says, engaging the media is different from engaging and covering your activities. Engaging the media means subjecting yourself to be asked all manner of questions about your vision and what you have done. Also, can Bawumia also answer the 170 questions he asked Mr. Atta? He has never subjected himself to the media. Okay, so that's another person confirming what the other one said. This one says, does Dr. Amwa know the difference between media coverage and press conference? The two are different.
No, I never
said
they
thanks for your... you were arguing with me over that.
No, I never said they were the same.
Stickers should be serious. Should be serious. Should be serious. That's why you are running the country. If people are not paying tax, you should blame the government of the day. Samson, please give Prof more time to talk to us about the budget.
All the statements are against me.
Yes, I'm selecting the ones against you to read, if that's what you want me to hear. Do you want to hear more?
I never said the two were the same.
So anyway. Watin says that politicians use spending to measure achievement, but this is entirely wrong in the measurement of outcome and impact in economics. Let the politicians know that we don't use spending or expenditure on social media interventions like school feeding to tout ourselves as achievement. We can spend on something, but it does not measure outcome. Those spending can go to corruption. Yeah. All right. So, and then Ernest says, what the professor is saying is exactly my issue. If all the money we have borrowed is not manifesting in our lives, then it must be in the people's pockets. Borrowed your feed corruption, please, and this is why we are where we are. All right. I want to pause here. I've got a lot more messages. When I come, I'll try and share a few. Then we will continue. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.